For years, dog owners have misinterpreted the forceful impact of a canine body against their shins, viewing it as a simple, albeit aggressive, request for affection or an attempt to claim territory. However, this behavior is actually a sophisticated neurological survival mechanism known as somatic compression, a hidden process. When a dog encounters sensory overload or sudden environmental anxiety, their sympathetic nervous system enters a state of hyperarousal, flooding their tissues with adrenaline and spiking their heart rate to dangerous, unsustainable levels. To prevent a total neurological panic loop, the dog instinctively seeks a solid, unyielding structural anchor, desperately searching for a way to stabilize their internal circuitry before their fragile system completely collapses inward. By slamming their body weight against your skeletal frame, they are utilizing you as a biological grounding wire, channeling their chaotic energy directly into your own stable structure to find a moment of peace. This intense physical resistance triggers the vagus nerve, forcing the parasympathetic nervous system to initiate a rapid downshift, effectively replacing the surge of stress hormones with a calming flood of oxytocin and endorphins to restore their equilibrium, allowing them to finally breathe and return to a state of calm, quiet rest. We must fundamentally reframe our understanding of this interaction, moving past the outdated notion of dominance. When your dog rams their weight into your legs, they are not asking for a casual pet. They are performing a vital, self-regulating task that is essential for their mental health and emotional stability. Consider the environment they navigate, filled with high-frequency sounds and invisible shifts in barometric pressure daily. These stimuli can trigger a cascade of internal tension that the dog cannot manage on their own. Without your legs to act as a physical stabilizer, they remain trapped in a state of panic. Pushing them away during this hyper-focused leaning phase leaves them stranded in a state of sensory distress. They are stripped of their primary natural mechanism for emotional self-regulation, which can lead to behavioral issues. The dog relies on the unyielding nature of your bones to provide the necessary sensory feedback loop. It is a silent, desperate plea for the structural support required to reset their overwhelmed nervous system. When they sit squarely on your feet, they are grounding their entire center of gravity against you. This is a profound act of trust, as they are essentially tethering their safety to your presence. Observe the way their muscles tense, and then slowly release as they press into your shins firmly. That initial rigidity is the moment of connection, the bridge between their chaos and your calm stability. As the vagus nerve responds to the deep pressure, you might notice their breathing start to slow. The frantic energy that once pulsed through their limbs begins to dissipate into the floor beneath you. They are not trying to dominate your space. They are trying to find their own internal balance. By accepting the lean, you provide the essential service of a biological anchor for their racing mind. This interaction is a testament to the deep physiological bond that exists between humans and their dogs. It transcends simple training commands or obedience, reaching into the biological roots of canine emotional health. If you move away, you break the circuit, forcing them to search for another anchor elsewhere immediately. This disruption can cause the panic loop to restart, leading to further anxiety and potential destructive behaviors. Instead, standing firm allows them to complete the neurological process and return to a peaceful state. It is a small, quiet act of service that reinforces the trust they place in your presence. Does your dog lean their entire body weight against your shins when strangers approach the house? This is a classic example of them seeking grounding during a moment of heightened environmental social stress. They perceive the incoming stranger as a potential threat, spiking their adrenaline and triggering the panic loop. By pressing into you, they are attempting to regulate their reaction to the external social stimulus. They are checking in with your energy, using your stability to gauge the safety of the situation. If you remain calm and allow the lean, you are effectively signaling that the environment is safe. This shared regulation helps them process the stranger's presence without resorting to barking or aggressive defensive posturing. It is a beautiful, subtle dance of communication that happens beneath the surface of our daily lives. We often miss the nuance of this behavior because we are looking for human-like social cues instead. But the dog is speaking a language of biology, a language of pressure, weight, and steady contact. By learning to interpret these grounding patterns, we become better partners for our canine companions every day. We stop viewing their needs as inconveniences and start seeing them as opportunities for deeper emotional support. The next time your dog leans against you, take a moment to appreciate the biological necessity involved. Stand still, breathe deeply, and allow them to use your frame to find their own internal peace. It is a simple gesture, yet it carries the weight of their trust and their physiological health. Your presence becomes the medicine they need to navigate a world that is often too loud. As they settle, you might feel the tension leave their body, replaced by a soft, rhythmic warmth. This is the sound of a nervous system resetting, a quiet victory over the chaos of stress. They are finally able to let go of the panic, knowing they are supported by your strength. This is the true meaning behind the lean, a profound connection that goes beyond mere physical contact. It is a partnership built on the foundation of shared stability and mutual, silent, and deep understanding. Let us continue to analyze their unique grounding patterns to better support their emotional well-being at home. Every lean is a story of survival, a narrative of finding calm in a world of noise. By understanding this, we ensure our dogs feel safe, grounded, and deeply connected to us, always. Recognizing this mechanism changes how we interact with our pets during moments of high stress. When a dog leans into your legs during a storm, they are not being needy. They are not attempting to be dominant. They are desperately trying to self-regulate their nervous system. Pushing them away during this critical phase of deep pressure therapy leaves the animal stranded. They remain trapped in a state of sensory panic, stripped of their most effective tool. This tool is their primary method for emotional regulation, essential for their internal calm. Instead of correcting the behavior, owners should recognize these moments as a vital request. It is a request for stability, a silent plea for a solid and unyielding anchor. By remaining still, you allow the dog to utilize your frame as a grounding wire. You provide the necessary physical feedback to help them navigate their intense internal chaos. This simple act of standing firm helps them process the overwhelming flood of sensory input. Recognizing this grounding pattern allows for a deeper and much more empathetic human connection. It transforms a misunderstood annoyance into a profound act of mutual support and trust. The dog relies on your skeletal frame to ground their surging, volatile biological energy. Your presence acts as a stabilizer, preventing their system from entering a total panic. When you accept the weight, you become a partner in their neurological survival process. The pressure against your shins is a bridge between two distinct, yet connected, nervous systems. It is a silent dialogue where your stillness communicates safety to their hyper-aroused brain. As they lean, the vagus nerve begins to signal the parasympathetic system to activate. The adrenaline starts to recede, replaced by a steady, calming flow of soothing hormones. This transition is not immediate, but it is deeply effective for their emotional recovery. By holding your ground, you validate their need for security in an unpredictable world. This interaction fosters a bond built on biological necessity rather than mere learned habit. You are no longer just an owner. You are a vital component of their health. Their reliance on your physical form demonstrates a primitive, instinctual trust in your stability. Every lean is a testament to the safety they find within your quiet, steady presence. Understanding this shifts your perspective from frustration to a sense of shared, quiet purpose. The next time your dog presses against you, remember the complex biology at play. Do not move, do not push, and do not interpret the action as simple affection. See it for what it truly is: a desperate, beautiful search for internal balance. Your body is the anchor that keeps them from drifting into the dark, chaotic sea. This is the essence of biological trust, forged in the heat of sensory overload. It is a silent, powerful agreement between species to protect one another from panic. Stay still, breathe deeply, and let your dog find the peace they so desperately seek. In this stillness, you both find a rhythm that transcends the noise of life. The storm outside may rage, but inside your connection, there is a profound calm. This is how you honor the ancient, instinctual bond that ties your lives together forever. Your patience becomes the medicine that heals their frayed nerves and restores their equilibrium. It is a quiet, noble responsibility that defines the true meaning of pet ownership. Embrace the weight, for it is the heavy, honest burden of a living, breathing trust. Consider the subtle shift in their posture as they finally begin to relax fully. The rigid tension in their muscles slowly dissipates as they absorb your calm energy. Their breathing patterns synchronize with your own, creating a shared rhythm of deep peace. This alignment is the ultimate goal of the somatic compression they so urgently seek. You are witnessing the biological restoration of a creature that trusts you implicitly. The world feels less daunting when they are anchored firmly against your sturdy legs. Their eyes may soften, reflecting the relief of a nervous system finally finding balance. This is not merely a physical act, but a profound psychological healing process occurring. By providing this service, you are actively participating in their emotional and mental health. Do not underestimate the power of your physical presence during these high-stress moments. It is a unique gift to be the safe harbor for a distressed animal. Your legs serve as the foundation upon which their internal stability is carefully rebuilt. Every moment spent standing still is an investment in their long-term emotional security. They learn that your presence is the antidote to the chaos of the environment. This realization deepens the bond, making your connection stronger than any simple training. They will continue to seek you out as their primary source of grounding comfort. You are the steady rock in their turbulent, sensory-driven world of constant stimulation. Accept this role with grace, knowing you are providing exactly what they need. The weight against your shins is a badge of honor and deep mutual understanding. Together, you navigate the complexities of life, anchored by this silent biological bond.